Hello, my name is Jenny Anthony and I'm a community artist at Spiral Arts, and this is our studio at Grove Lodge in Derby Arboretum. We do lots of community activities and we help run festivals. We've been doing a community garden and a wildlife area, so there's all sorts of things happening on this park. This year it's the 180th anniversary of Derby Arboretum, and when the park first opened 180 years ago, they had a huge hot air balloon and it drew hundreds and hundreds of people to the park. So we thought it would be a lovely idea to show you how to make a hot air paper mache balloon so that you can hang in your home, and we're going to make lots of these to hang around the park for the online festival. Hello, so we're back inside Grove Lodge, and I'm going to show you how to make some hot air balloons. So I've got a few on the table here that we've made, and so I'll show you what you need. First of all, you'll need a balloon. I've got some here as well, and I've also got a bowl underneath just to rest my balloon in, but you can hold it this way with the end of it as well. You'll need some newspaper, and I've torn it up into small pieces. You'll need some PVA glue, and I put a bit of water in it, just a bit, but just ordinary PVA glue in a tub with a brush. So that will be for making the balloon. You'll also need a cereal box or a tea bag box, just a cardboard box, and I've cut mine in half so this will make the basket. You'll need some string and some scissors. There's the scissors, and I've also got some buttons, so I'll tell you later what we're going to do with some buttons, some masking tape, and then afterwards you'll be painting, so you'll need some acrylic paint or any paint that you've got, a little pot and some brushes to paint it with. And also I've covered my table. So we're going to start making our hot air balloon. So this is one that we've got hanging up, if you can just see it there, yes. So that's what we're aiming for. And so I'm going to start with making the paper mache balloon. You'll get your balloon, and I've got it inside a bowl as I said, and I've got some PVA glue, and I've got my newspaper. And what I do is I always turn my balloon inside out. I always find that the inside of the balloon seems to stick better than the outside. So I'll get my glue, and I'm going to just brush it onto the balloon, and then put my piece of newspaper, and then brush over like that, so it's completely soaked with the glue. And then get the next piece and overlap it a little bit, and you need to completely cover your balloon with newspaper like that, so your fingers will get a little bit sticky, but PVA glue washes off easily. And when you've done one layer, leave it to dry, and then put on 2 more layers. So you need 3 layers in all to make it nice and sturdy. And you just turn it round as you're doing it. And when I've completely put one layer on, I usually peg it up on a washing line. So it does take a little while, so I'll just put that to one side. So here's one that I've completely covered, and it's quite sturdy. What I found was this one's got the balloon in it still, and now I'm going to try and show you how to get the balloon out. So I'm just moving it a bit away from the edge, just pressing it down like that. Get my scissors, and I'm just going to make a little hole, and the balloon will start to come away from the inside. That makes a good noise, doesn't it? And if you can't get it out, you can always trim a little bit and see if you can get your hand in to pull it out. So there's your balloon, so it's come out, and then you've got your paper mache balloon, so it's ready to paint. So now we're going to make the basket. So I've used, as I said, a cereal packet, and I cut it in half. I just flattened it and cut through the middle like that, so I could even have 2 baskets. And I just folded it in and then put some tape on the top, some masking tape or sellotape. Just hold it down. So when you've got it like that, then you can paper mache it again, just to make it a bit stronger and also to cover up the pattern of the box. So I just pasted on the glue, lay the newspaper on top, glue over the top, and just cover it all completely. You can do a few layers of this and then let it dry. Just make sure all your edges are smoothed down. I even go underneath, just so that that's where we open the cereal box, so I want to make sure that the basket doesn't come open. So completely cover it. So here's one that I've finished completely. So you can see it's quite sturdy. And then you can paint it, you can put some brown paper on it, you could even wrap some wool around it to make it look more like a basket. I've just got one here that I've covered in brown paper. So the next thing we're going to do is paint our balloon. So as you can see, I've started painting this. I drew a square design on it first so I could see where I had to paint, and I chose different colours. And I've just got the very top that I haven't done, so I'll just show you. You might want to use quite a small brush if you're doing a small area. So I'm just going to paint it on, and I've used acrylic, and it should cover up the newspaper underneath. You shouldn't be able to see any of the print, unless you would like to see the print, that's okay as well. I'm doing alternate triangles in yellow, and then I'll do a different colour. So the balloons that you see in the sky, they're always beautiful colours. Whatever paint you have, you can use, and it just gives you an idea of where to paint if you've got your design drawn on in marker pen. Once it's dry, you can go over it in marker pen. I've drawn a bit of marker pen over that if you want to define it a bit more. Okay, so now we're going to put our balloon and our basket together. So the first thing that you need to do is to make a hole in the very top of the balloon, and I'm going to put my hand inside, and I'm going to take the skewer or something with a point that you can twist to get a hole in the top, like that. Okay, then I'm going to take a piece of string and a button, so this is where the button comes in. Thread the string into the balloon first, pull it through just so that you can see the end of it, and thread it into my button, and this will stop the thread coming out when you hang it up. So when you pull it back, so then it will hold it up. And then the next thing we do is we need to make 4 holes around the hole in the paper mache balloon so that we can have our string to attach it to the basket. So again, I'm going to take my skewer and I'm going to make some holes. I'm doing them about 2 centimetres in, and I'm going to do them one across from the other, so they're evenly spaced. So if you have problems doing it, sometimes the skewer gets a bit blunt, you could try another skewer. It shows how tough the paper mache is. So I've got one across from the other, and then I'm going to do 2 more. So if you need help doing this, ask somebody grown up. So So I don't know if you can see the 4 holes we've got there. I've got 4 pieces of string, and I'm going to thread them through the holes. 1, 2, 3 and 4, like that. So now you're going to thread your strings into your basket. So I'll show you, so you push it through the hole, and then you turn it round your finger and do a knot. Make sure that you get the right ones. So that's the second one. It's a little bit fiddly, so if you need any help, ask someone in your family to help you. And then hopefully when you lift it up, it should be all tied on, and you've got, you just put your knots, you can either put your knots down into your basket or you can put them into your balloon, they'll move about. Okay, and that's your balloon ready to hang up.